Hey everyone, start please by logging into Clever. All right, let's do a quick stress check. We haven't done one of these in a minute. How are you feeling on this scale today? Are you over here in a good space, a zero, or are you all the way down here with you can't manage your emotions or behavior at a 10? Where are you at on this scale? All right. Thank you, guys. Welcome to lesson 14. Today, we are reflecting and thinking about the water unit assessment and then taking some time today to catch up and get yourself in a good place. So, my usual reminders for you always check assignments from previous weeks for comments and grades. I did a bunch of grading yesterday because it was the end of the 6 weeks. Make sure that you're always looking at your ed puzzles for comments or questions and grades there. If your grade is not showing up on Google Classroom, that's because you didn't finish it. So just pay attention to that. Thanks, guys, for coming for or watching this ed puzzle. Remember, you can always come to the live lesson and get the same content and some direct interaction with me. Remember, we have expectations that we're going to continue to practice in our class now, but also get ready to put into practice for our in-person learning. Um, and remember, speaking of in-person learning, if you're planning on returning to school or you're still deciding and want to figure out what's going on, there's a couple of places you can find information about that. One is on Google Classroom under the important information and then return to school material, as well as you can find this on my Google site. All right. So this week we're transitioning to a new topic. Kind of as we transition between units, there's always a benefit of giving a day of a cushion to get caught up, take a breath, finish up anything else that you need to get done from the previous unit. But starting Thursday, we will be moving into this new unit talking about what is material science. With material science, we're going to keep kind of the same lens that we did with water. How does the structure of something affect its properties and then its function? We're thinking again about water. How did the polarity of water affect its properties and then its function and use out in the world? Remember always to do the lessons first before you give the assignments a shot. And like I said about the first 6 weeks, I did submit those grades on Monday. So they have been posted, but realize that those grades are not final. Your semester grades are cumulative, so they keep going. So if your first 6 week grade was like bordering something or you weren't exactly happy with it, you have plenty of time to improve it and get it where you want it to go. So keep doing makeup work. If you do makeup work from the first 6 weeks, I'm still accepting it. It just, those grades have been posted. Okay. So if you're not happy with your grade, do something about it. Make up that work. You can do it whenever you can, whenever works for you. I don't mind. Thank you guys, as always, for putting in the work, for showing up, and for just being you and doing some work. I'm very proud of you. So with this water unit assessment, remember there were 3 parts. We're going to just do a little bit of self-reflection about each of those parts today. So the first part was the multiple choice. There was 10 points, 13 questions. 3 of them were bonus, so you could have had up to 13. So let's say, how did you feel about how that multiple choice section went for you? Great. All right, the second part, this was the kind of different and it was challenging. I told you it was going to be challenging part, but where we were, you picked one of the cities, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Auburn, or Cincinnati, and then you did the Pear Deck for it, where you analyzed the treatment process, the steps of what was happening, what was being removed, what was being added. You then analyzed what are some common contaminants for the water source of that city, and then you analyzed the water quality report and information about the water after the treatment process to determine if the water treatment process was successful. So, how did we feel about this section of the assessment? Cool. All right. So the third part of this then was to kind of combine those 2 pieces into the CER. So you were analyzing not Louisville, the city that you chose back here. So Philadelphia, Milwaukee, Auburn, or Cincinnati. You're filling in anywhere that it says your city with the city that you choose or that you chose, and then using information from the analysis to finish out these 5 sentences and answering the question: is the treatment process successful? Okay. So how did we feel about this section of the test? All right. So I told you this was going to be short and sweet. I want you to spend a little bit further time, more in depth reflection on how the assessment went for you. That is the only assignment that you have for today. It's actually number 30. Obviously, I didn't pay attention to the numbering, but I fixed it. So make sure that you're working on that. And yeah, take this extra time to get caught up on the assessment, to work on other assignments, to do rest, to do whatever you need, and make sure that you're filling your tank. So, what is something that you can fill your tank or your cup today? What can you do? Awesome. So, if you need any help or have any questions about the assessment, that's important that you're trying to get that done with this extra time today. Please reach out to me and let me know if I can help you in any way. I will be around for ELT on Wednesday, but if you're trying to get it done before then, leave me a private message, send me an email, and I will get back to you. All right. See you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.